of course, but looking forward to this game as well. We look at Burnie for the first time today on the stream and can't wait to see what they've got to offer.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to these two sides. A couple of young sides here at Queenborough Oval to be going through the paces. As we saw in round number 1, we saw the Hobart City Demons go up against a strong Glenorchy side down there, Breno. Dockers won last week, so they'll be cock-a-hoot, ready to go against this young Hobart City Demons side. How do you see it panning out?
Yeah, look, we saw the Demons in round 1 and they were fantastic, or not fantastic in that early period, weren't they? They raced out of the blocks and really took it up to Glenorchy before the Magpies put their foot down. Looking forward to seeing how Ryan Matthews goes today. I haven't seen the Demons since that game, but he's been tearing the comp to shreds. So look out for number 3. You can't miss Ryan Matthews with the beard. Kane Richter, the coach, played pretty well last week as well. So great to see him back playing some good footy. But some big outs for Burnie Tubes, which will hurt them.
Yeah, some major outs. We've got Clinton Carpenter out with travel sickness. Jack Weller. Clinton Proctor is a massive out for them. So coming into the side is Jack Nankivell and Brody Hayes and Blake Miller. And also, folks, while we've got you, we've got a new addition to the Duff TV live stream here for the TSL. We've got Damien Gill down on the boundary. Gilly, are you there?
I am, Tubes. I am, Tubes. Lovely to be down here on the boundary at Queenborough Oval. I've actually got something to give you first up. Will Campbell in the warm-up there, he's just hurt himself and he's hobbling along and looking in a fair bit of pain. Fair grimace on his face just a moment ago. So interesting to see. It looks like he'll line up, but he's definitely, his right ankle looks in a spot of bother.
Oh, that's a big out for the Hobart City Demons here, folks.
That is a big out. We saw Will in round 1. He was fantastic, wasn't he, for the Hobart City Demons? So about to get underway here, though. TSL round 4 action from Queenborough. Back to the Bay, and we're underway. Hobart City bang it down. And doesn't go too far, the ball, and the umpire will come and ball it up again. So just repeating that news from Damien Gill, boundary side. Will Campbell injuring himself in the warm-up. Hopefully he's okay, Troops.
Thanks, Gilly. We'll come back to you shortly, mate, as it comes out. Nice work there by Cole as he handballs out. The Dockers have it now on half forward for the Demons as they kick forward. Nice work by Williamson. Drills it down Callendell's throat, and he will kick from about 45 metres out. You've got a good angle down there, Gilly.
I do indeed. I'm right behind Big Del. So he'll line up. Fair old angle.
Call it through for us, mate.
I will, mate. Doing the heavy lifting here. Del. From the right pocket. He's hit it horribly and it's out on the full. Never looked like it, gents.
Thanks for that, Gilly.
Need a bit of right to left and it went straight right.
Yep.
Mentioned Callendell as a story in the opening round as well. Came back from nasty injury and is back playing some good footy for Hobart City Demons, which is great to see. Here's Burnie now out of fullback. We know this ground's very small and that kick's almost gone to the centre of the wing there, and the Dockers aim to push it forward. We mentioned those big outs for the Dockers too. Here's one of their star players, McKenna, tried to get boot on ball, and now Charlton drives it inside 50 for Hobart City. Mark couldn't be taken, but now the ball tapped away. Big pick up now from Grant. He goes towards goal, but just pushed to the left for a minor score.
That was great work there by Grant Blake. Blake Grant, sorry. Yeah, he did really well to get to the right spot there and unfortunately sprayed it. So it'll be coming out with, as we see our other commentator coming up the stairs here, folks, we're joined by Glenorchy coach Ace Cornelius, who's back on the crutches by the looks of things, obviously getting something done to the knee. As we see the ball just popping here, Willis handballs in towards Charlton, missed the target. Nice pick up there by Poke. Poke goes quickly, and the Dockers get wrapped up in a tackle, and it's gone out of bounds in front of Jaden Cox. When we welcome Aaron Cornelius to the commentary position. Ace, welcome, mate.
You got me?
Yeah, got you there, mate. Welcome.
What's going on, Ace? Just fashionably late as always?
Yeah, as always, mate. No, it was a fair walk with the crutches from the other side of the ground, and I parked in a strategic spot and didn't realise that the gate wouldn't be open, so she was a fair effort to get round here, guys.
We'll get an update on your knee very shortly as the ball spills over the boundary line. Ace, give us an update on your knee. You've been in Melbourne, haven't you, with the operation?
Yeah, mate. I went back over to Melbourne. Obviously, we had the bye last week, so it took a bit of time to head over. And, yeah, look, it was just a lateral ligament to be done again. So, obviously, fantastic that that's happened. But, yeah, look, just a bit of a tweak, mate. It's been a long process, but just trying to get it as best as I can.
Here's Hobart City again, trying to go forward, but the Dockers turn it over and bring it out of defence. And they've got some space and numbers here. Barrett gets the handball off to Chalice. Umpire blows the whistle, and he's been pinged. So Hobart City will get the kick. So you're going to play next week, Ace? That's the rumour going around. That's gone that well. You're back for Glenorchy next weekend, is that right?
Yeah, mate, with the crutches.
Very good.
Williamson for Hobart City, pops it in the middle. Cole does well, plays on quickly, off to his mate there, Williamson, who's running, has a shot from deep, but he's sprayed it to the near side, through for another behind. So they're peppering the goals early, the Demons, Breno.
They are indeed, and Williamson changed numbers too since we saw him in round 1. Tubes, he was in the number 17.
You blokes will struggle with that.
We've already talked about how I pronounce names here today, Ace. So
yeah, that's why I was
I'm sure you'll be ripping into me a little bit as we go along. Dockers now out onto the side here. It is that man who looked to be injured early in Campbell. Kicks it up to forward. Handballed out nicely by Matthews. Dockers now to clear through McKenna. Just throws it on the boot.
It's good play, Nick McKenna, but that wasn't his best effort. Goes out of bounds. And Cole will take the kick here for Hobart City Demons.
Played well in round 1, didn't he?
He played really well and has been playing well since that game as well. He drives it long inside 50, but it's straight to the opposition. And the Dockers get the ball, get the handball away as well. They go backwards.
Dowling chips in to the middle of the ground. Nice mark down at his knees by Poke. Poke quickly finds his teammate out on this half-forward flank directly in front of the commentary position. Dockers looking good as they attack. Strong grab taken there by Walters. That's Harry Walters. Has McKenna long if he wants.
First inside 50 for the Dockers as well. The kick isn't a great one though. It's gone straight to Hobart City and Jaden Charlton. Might go down to Damien Gill. Gilly, we saw Campbell back out on the ground. He looks to be okay.
Yeah, or it depends what you judge as okay. He was striding through and
He just lost you there, unfortunately, Gilly. Yep, so we'll come back to you shortly when we get these technical difficulties fixed up as the ball's on the far wing here. Dockers get their handball up. Nice work to Morrison. He goes long, but no one there except for Richter. Richter just traps it nicely, but it comes out to the Dockers. Quick kick forward there by Kellis, and it's out of bounds on the full.
Just with the last 2 entries there, boys, this ground's obviously a bit shorter, so you've got to really get the ball over that 40-metre area. So the last kick there from Walters inside, then Big Morrow, it's easy for North Hobart to get back into that area and then sweep the ball out.
You think this ground would suit Burnie more, Ace, given Hobart City's run?
Look, obviously Hobart City have made it known they don't always play the smaller ground in Hobart. North Hobart that well, but yeah, I think it would suit Burnie. That's how they've been in the past, bash and crash and surge the ball forward, but as we said, a bit of run here from Hobart City.
It's Caswell who lines up and goes bang for a point. So inaccurate kicking here early for Hobart City Demons. They're 3 behinds to Burnie yet to score. We saw Sean Willis there, obviously a very good cricketer, Sean Willis, and caught the attention of AFL recruiters last year with some great games for Hobart City Demons. I think the Sydney Swans were having a look at him at one stage, so keep an eye on him today. Sean Willis, number 18 for Hobart City Demons.
As Bogue kicks up long to Brasendale. Nice wispy blonde hair for him. Nothing really to kick to, so just pops it up the wing. Needs to attack the footy here. Great work, but it comes down to the Demons. Kicked forward by them and punched up high. Taken there by Thompson, and it was called a throw. So the big man, Dowling, will kick long.
Advantage paid, yeah, so he's gone long, and the mark straight to the opposition. No, it's going to McKenna, so he'll get
push out.
The kick, yeah, push out there. So McKenna could probably kick it from here. He loads up, but just goes a little short. The kick wasn't a great one at all, and it's going to dribble over for a boundary throw-in. So not Nick McKenna's best effort there, AC.
No, obviously it would have been me, mate. I would probably gone back and tried to have a ping. But no, look, Nick's obviously a very smart footy player, and obviously got front position there and pulled the free kick. So just again about the entries, where they're taking it on this ground, you've got to be really smart about how you go inside 50.
McKenna quick over the back, but it comes down to the Demons as they get their handball away. Nice work there by the Dockers as they push it backwards, but it's Demons wrapping up here again. Attacking the footy was Cole. He's such a good player. Kicks it cleverly out into the path of Willis. Does well to get his handball away. Finds Matthews. Handball's off to his running player, and they're out again here in Walker. This is Bailey Walker, Breno.
Yes, the Demons another inside 50, and Dell just takes the mark easily in the end and will go back and kick from about 30 metres out, directly in front, so it shouldn't cause him too many issues here. Callan Dell, a very good footy player.
just see both sides getting the ball through the midfield here really quickly. But again, we see Callendale going back there. It was probably a really good kick, put it to his advantage side, let Callan do his work. But these guys really need both teams to start coming at the footy.
Callendale lines up for the first goal of the match, and it's hit the post. So
I reckon that should be 3 points, boys.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that rule either, AC, as the Dockers play on really quickly and bring it out of defence to the commentary side of the wing, and a good mark taken there by Peaceless. Am I right by saying that one, Tubes? There's a
Don't
nice
ask, Tubes.
Aaron Cornelius is the man who knows how to pronounce all the names in the TSL. As the
Here's again.
Creasus Keyselis.
Keyselis.
I'll give you that one.
Keyselis.
Ball.
Rig tackle.
Yeah, wrapped up there, but it's a bit of a scrappy old affair early in this game. Hobart City, though, good enough to get the ball back. Here's Matthews, we mentioned him pre-game, has been a star for the Demons over the past couple of weeks.
Walker just with a dicky kick out towards the flank. Dockers with the numbers here, but one of them falls over, and that's clever work out there by Heath Thompson, who runs over the footy, leaves it for his teammate. Big smother, and we'll see another boundary throw in. Gilly, you got us down there, mate?
Don't know, boys.
Yes.
Hey, yeah. Oh,
Nah, gone again.
Cooking with gas. Here I am. Will
There he is
Campbell back on the bench and looking to spot a bother steal, boys. I'm not sure what sort of contribution they're going to get from him today.
Well, can't risk a play like that, can you, boys?
Can't indeed. Here's Cole again, quick handball out. And the Demons again inside 50. Can they do something this time? The kick's not bad to Dell, but he couldn't take the mark. He chases hard, though. Willis was lurking for the Demons. Here is again, but he's wrapped up in a big tackle, Sean Willis, and the umpire will ball it up.
Going to be a lot of contested footy today, simply for the dynamics of the ground. So obviously we saw Callendale chase up his own effort there, but the tackling from Burnie's been a bit of a standout for mine.
Callendale just got to the right positions there, and the ruck contest won down by the Dockers. There was a lot of talk about the experience that they've lost over the pre-season, boys. Very, very young side here. For both these teams, really.
Yeah, they've both lost some quality players over the summer. There's no doubt about that. As the ball comes back in. Dockers win advantage. And now poke. Intercepted, though, by the Demons. Matthews can't keep his feet. And now they have a chance now through Charlton, who goes backwards. Big bomb inside 50. It's a high ball. And Dell couldn't take the mark and out of bounds again.
He's certainly getting the right spots, Ace, isn't he?
Yeah, look, obviously he is. He's just chasing the flight of the footy there. I mentioned it earlier, that, that ball there really needs to go to the top of the square. It doesn't matter the pressure that you're under. You just got to hook the ball there and let your forwards, very predictable so you get to the spot. But Dell's working hard at the moment.
It's the voice of the 2016 TSL Premiership coach, Aaron Cornelius, who's joining us in commentary today. Here's Hobart City, chance for the first goal, but no, not a great kick. So nice to get a goal here in a minute, boys, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's been pretty scrappy early, lads, but touched off the boot, I think, so we'll see a boundary throw-in. Right in the forward pocket for Hobart City Demons. So yeah, as Ace alluded to, very small ground, so the nature of this game is going to be quite scrappy because of the nature of the space out there for these players as Matthews comes through hard. He's so tenacious as he throws it on the hands to his teammate there, but going back, taking the mark nicely there is Brasendale, who's had a bit of it early, Ace.
Yeah, look, obviously you've got a great hairdo there, Brazza, but he's floating back here. So I'm not sure if he's spare yet. I'm just trying to pick that up, but he's got some smarts and putting himself in the right spot.
He goes to the wing. McKenna flew. Couldn't take the mark, and again, we have another boundary throw.
Morris boy, Tubes.
Yeah, good Morris boy, Nick McKenna. That's where all the good blokes come from, the institution up there. And he's a big unit. I stood next to him at the launch earlier this year, and he is massive, lads. He's down here doing a bit of training to get into the fire service, I believe. So it was good to see him at the launch.
Yeah, look, played a bit of state footy with Nick early days. I'm pretty sure that he swam a 50 fly qualifying time for the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, he's a jet. He's an absolute jet.
Sean Willis plays on quickly. He goes short and finds Cole, and he'll go back and kick for goal. And I'm not sure the distance would test anyone at this ground, Ace, would it?
No, the ball's going to certainly carry here, but he's now straight in front. But this is the area that we were mentioning before. Opposition teams can really work back into that 40 zone. That's where your midfielders guys will work. So both teams really need to obviously get the ball deep and kick it to some smart spots, but hopefully capitalise here.
Eddie Cole, he'll kick from about 48 metres out. It's a wobbly old kick too, but the mark has been taken. Oh, it must have been touched off the boot, but the goal out of nowhere has been kicked by Hobart City. It's the first of the match as well, so it's taken a while to get there. 13 minutes into the first quarter, but Hobart City grabbed the first goal of the match.
I think that was Jack Gueston. He did really well just to rove at the bottom of the pack here. It was a rubbish kick from Cole. I believe it got touched off the boot there, boys.
He just got too close to the man on the mark, but that's the area right there where the ball needs to go, because as a backman, you're under the pump. Doesn't matter how much experience you got. If the ball's going to the top of the square and there's numbers there for the opposition time, you're going to be under pressure.
Took a while, we got there though.
We did. So it is 1-4 to the Demons, 10. Burnie yet to score. 10-point lead to the Hobart City Demons here at Queenborough Oval. TSL live on Duff TV.
So it's back in the centre. Here's the Dockers now through Chalice. Ball goes to the far boundary. And now the Demons again. They've had a lot of the footy here early in this game.
Charlton's had a bit of it early, making up for his first round where he didn't get a touch almost, as Dell takes a nice strong mark. Looked to play on, but the umpire said no. You can take your kick there, Callan. So he'll go back. He's kicked from here before. Gilly, you're in the right spot down there. Let's talk us through this one again, mate.
Yeah, get me involved again, gents. Just quietly, I thought he was off there, to be honest. He faked a little. Oh, that's where I was setting my run-up. But anyway, here we are, big Dell. Last time this one went straight off the right boot and right out of bounds. He gets a better piece of this one, punches it nicely off the right boot into a pack, and it's socked through. A beautiful goal for the Dees.
Yeah, another one to Jack Gueston there, boys. Wow. Right spot, right time, and he's done it twice there, Ace.
Yeah, look, if you go back to the replay there, Tubes, Walters and Rudy Barrett were standing about 30 out. If you just see him here now, they're not right down and following him in. So the player there who's kicked the goal, he's come from the pocket, he's got no one on him. He's done his job as a small forward there, got to the right position. Your forwards create a contest and obviously give an opportunity.
That's 2 goals now for Gueston in quick succession for Hobart City Demons. So they lead this one 16 to no score. And that was a nice goal too. Reminded me of that one of Daniel Wells at Subiaco all those years ago. Out of mid-air.
Nick McKenna back into the middle here, lads, as the ball comes down to the Dockers and the umpire will say, give it to me, ball it up. So Dockers haven't really been inside their forward 50 in the last 5 to 10 minutes, boys. They'd be a bit nervous about that.
They've had 1 entry for the game, I think, Tube. So they need to get it in there and in there fast before this game gets away from them.
They've had 3, boys, 3 inside 50 entries, but it's going towards Hobart City 7. So this would be now 8 going inside. Willis gets the handball away. It's a wobbly old kick and straight to the opposition, and Burnie collect it on the last line of defence through Kalpfel. He goes into the back pocket.
Doing really great zone defence here from the Hobart City Demons. So he goes back to Kalpfel. Kalpfel handballs over the top, but trouble here because there's a man hot on his hammer. He got his kick away. Demons now with the numbers. Great work over the footy from the Dockers in Murray.
Oh,
but Campbell doesn't look like he's hindered with any injury down there at the minute as he goes bang and kicks a goal. Hey, Gilly, how'd you see that one, mate?
Yeah, look, he's a magician, isn't he? He's come back from the dead. He looked absolutely done. I thought they were going to get the white screens out and just finish him off, but no, he's still hobbling a little bit. A lovely goal from Will Campbell, and it's important he plays a big game because he is one of their prime movers.
It's a pace there. He just raced out of that, didn't he?
He did that a bit to you guys in the first round, I think, Ace, in the early stages of that game, just with that first 3 steps.
Yeah, drives his legs really well, and he's a smart footy player. He got a lot of possessions in our game, but just wasn't able to capitalise.
Ball back in the middle here at Queenborough Oval. Great to have TSL footy back here this afternoon. And now Hobart City again, he's wrapped up in the tackle there. Matthews managed to get the quick handball away with the Dockers now. Charlton, though, steals it back. Hobart City, big run down there by the Dockers player. And now a chance for them to go inside 50. As we said, boys, it's been few and far between here for the boys from Burnie. But here's Harry Walters. He goes at goal, and it's a ripper. Wow. Harry Walters
has kicked one from. I called the game earlier, boys, the reserves between Uni and Hutchins, which went down to the wire, 5 points. And the 2 boys that I commentated with are Hutchins players. They said that is the toughest pocket to kick a goal from. And Harry Walters has absolutely drilled it. What a beautiful kick there, Ace.
Obviously, the boys don't play at North Hobart on the scoreboard side much, Brent, but I would have thought that was the hardest pocket. But look, if you went back a bit further there to the centre bounce, Nick McKenna really lifted his physical intensity in there. Again, you're going to be close in the contest here because of the small ground. The Burnie player rolled up, caused a turnover, and obviously, we say, Walters is a very smart player, and that was a lovely goal.
So the Dockers get their first score of the game. It is 3-4-22 to the Demons. Dockers 1 goal, zip 6.
So they pegged that margin back a little bit, the Dockers. Here's Matthews out of the centre. Good strong mark taken there by Josh Williamson. And he's the cousin of Kane, of course, the New Zealand cricketer. And Callendale goes back, takes the mark, plays on, snaps around the body and kicks another one for Hobart City. So the Demons increase that lead back to 22 points at the 18-minute mark, first quarter.
Yeah, obviously that was a great bit of stoppage work. Ryan Matthews is very smart inside. It was just over the top there. Johnny Morrison, he tapped it over the top. Obviously, Hobart City read the tap and got it inside, but that's now they're +3 in the stoppages here. And in this ground, it's a very small ground, as we've mentioned numerous amounts of times. You get the ball first off hands inside, and there's no pressure. You're going to be going inside 50 for a goal.
Yeah, it's just that one kick from the centre to that hot spot at 15, 20 metres out right in front. So it's not hard to get goals here at Queenborough Oval. Back in the middle now. Dockers will look to respond.
Up it goes. And a good response too by the ruckman. He won the tap, but and they get it out too. They go, oh no, the kick is mothered. So just as they were about to go inside 50, couldn't do it. They managed to get the ball back though.
He's done well.
Work there from Nick
There's
Walters.
the other Walters.
Yeah, it goes inside, but the mark taken by the Demons.
So there's that kick we mentioned.
They just need to lower their eyes a bit there, the Dockers, as the ball comes out. Nobody really knows where it goes, but Dowling picks it up and just throws it on the boot in the Walters direction. Does well to get front position. In comes that man there in Poke. The Dockers looking good here. Time as he goes back to Poke. Poke throws it on the boot and it'll go through for a behind.
They've lifted here the last couple of minutes, Ace.
Yeah, both the Water boys are starting to get involved, but as we mentioned there, it's just driving that ball into a deeper spot inside the 50 on this ground. And I just noticed, obviously, Harry was
Hobart City. It's Kilpatrick, who goes high and long, and the mark taken beautifully there by the Demons. So they'll go back now, and this will hurt Burnie as we approach quarter time. So we'll see Charles White go back and go for goal.
Yeah, Charlie White's been about 4 contests now and hadn't been rewarded. And just there, that was a wide kick to space. There's not much space inside 50 at the moment because Burnie are rolling players back, but gets his hands on here, and let's see if he can capitalise on his hard work.
Would really hurt, as I said, Burnie, as we approach quarter time, 24-minute mark of the first quarter. White loads up. The kick's not a great one, and it's pushed away for a minor score.
So the Dockers will look to reset through Clabfell. Sam Clabfell.
Correct weight, yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, thanks very much, Ace.
Simple ones like Bowden.
Well, mate, don't get me started. As the kick goes out wide, a nice mark taken there by Kilpatrick, who looks inboard quickly, but the umpire said no, you'll have to bring it back and kick over. No, free kick's been pulled out to Nick McKenna, the boy from the institution. So he'll reset for Burnie from half back.
Would you thought that it's like the commentators at AFL level marking up Gary Ablett's last name, Brent? Is that?
It's a fair shout, Ace. Fair shout.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no worries. I've taken it on board, Ace. And, you've berated me on the internet almost like a cyber bully as the ball comes out for Campbell. Hot soup, throws it on the boot. That's a clever kick out wide. Finds, is that Walters or Walker? Walker kicks in towards that man Willis. There in Willis. And Willis.
Callendale's still by himself here in the goal square.
Yeah, he's a big unit, Callendale. He's a hard man to mark up on.
Yeah, we mentioned him earlier, Sean Willis, former Tasmanian Tigers cricketer, of course, and has now turned his hand to footy. Played off in the South Hobart Sandy Bay Grand Final a couple of weeks ago at Blunston Arena. So here he is. He kicks with his right and looks okay, but no, doesn't. In fact, it's out on the full, so...
Just at the moment, guys, Burnie's really rolling back to the goal face, and Hobart City are outworking him at the moment with the re-entries. Just they really need to man up tight here, Burnie, and just obviously let Brasendale do the work there as the loose.
So the mark taken by Dowling in the back pocket as we approach quarter time here at Queenborough Oval. It is Hobart City leading this one by 23 points.
He's asked to move on. That's a clever and dangerous kick into the middle. Finds Jaden Cox. Cox plays on quickly, has a man out wide. Nice mark taken there by Charles. Charles with a little worm burner. No one in particular. Williams mops up and kicks forward for Hobart City.
Yes, but the kick isn't great. Wasn't intercepted though by the Dockers. It was probably an easy mark that was dropped there, and the umpires paid holding the ball here, so the Demons will get it. And I know they haven't got a whole lot of time probably. Dell Goes inside 50. The whistle's blown. That's coming back.
I think it was a free kick to Callum Kilpatrick, not Callendell. Just getting these Callums mixed up, I think.
So here he is, Kilpatrick. He goes inside. The kick's a shocker. And the Dockers collect. Ooh. Managed to escape with it. But now back in the hands of the Demons through Cowie. And the mark, oh, he flew. That's our man that kicked 2 goals already in Gooston. And
that's
now
clever
here's Charlton,
hands.
Jaden Charlton. He kicks, and umpires came back saying a throw by Cole. So
kicking skills are just really letting down Hobart City at the moment. They just really need to take a bit of time and have some voice around them, steady, and try and kick some drop punts and hit some targets to their keys inside 50.
Walters now for the Dockers, drives it forward to his teammate again, and he kicks longer further afield. As the siren goes here, it is quarter time. It is the Demons 4-1-31 to the Dockers. Sorry, 4-7.
So try again, Drew.
4-7-31 to the Dockers, 1-1-7. Goal kickers for the Demons. It was Jack Gooston with 2, Campbell and Dell with singles, Harry Walters with 1, and we'll get our man Gilly out there at quarter time, I'm sure. How did you see that first quarter there, boys?
Yeah, look, obviously it was interesting there. The inside 50s was 16-7, and I said the stoppages were going to be a key part of today's game, and Hobart City are +5 at the moment. So I'm sure Kane will be just chatting to the guys about how they do go inside 50, but I'm sure we'll see Burnie here at the moment. Proc will really rally the guys up and make most of Nick McKenna going forward, but just at the moment, Hobart City getting their hands on it first, but how do they go forward is surely something they'll speak about at quarter time.
Bruno?
Yeah, look, it was a scrappy old affair, wasn't it? And as we said earlier on, it took a while to get the first goal, and Hobart City missed a few opportunities. They probably should be more in front, really, in this game. So, Burnie, let's hope we see a bit more out of them. They did lift in that towards the second part of that quarter, but they love to be a bit more efficient coming up in term number 2.
All right, so just repeating, it is the Demons by 4 straight goals here at Queenborough Oval in the Southern Cross State League. Here from Duff TV. We'll have a quick break and speak to you shortly with the second quarter in just a few moments. It is second quarter here from Queenborough Oval, Southern Cross Tasmanian State League Round 4 between the Hobart City Demons and the Burnie Dockers. And Coach Clint Proctor holding his boys in a little bit extra longer there We'll go down to Damien Gill. Gilly, you were there at the quarter-time huddles. What was to be said, mate?
Much more of the same as far as Hobart City Demons are concerned, but they want to start making it count on the scoreboard. 4-6, not happy with that. They need to put the Burnie Dockers away. In the Dockers huddle, only caught a little snippet, but Clint's been happy with the work rate and the effort, but just need to clean the skills up a little bit. And it's a small ground, so he's saying at most occasions try and go long.
Oh, just had a text here off the SMS. Who is Damien Gill? Well, for those that are wondering, he's actually the media and marketing manager at AFL Tasmania. So for those people who have been tweeting in and texting in, that's happy to answer that one for you.
It's good to know they're listening, and it's a very fair question. And just another quick one, boys. Hugh Williams, I managed to get an answer on that. Of course, the junior one was in today, but the senior one, the skipper, will be expected back next week.
Well, there you go. So thanks for that, Gilly. We'll cut you out now, mate. Thank you very much. And it is second quarter action live from Queenborough Oval. Take it away, Breno.
Great to have footy back at this wonderful venue. Cole could get the handball away, and the umpire's blown the whistle.
Nick McKenna, and I think you mentioned him earlier before, Ace, about the physicality he brings to this side.
Yeah, he's a big bull, and he really hunts the football up, as we just saw just there, and he got himself a free kick, and as Burnie go inside 50, we've got Rudy Barrett there now chasing the footy, who's also a very smart player.
Hugh Williams there, the Hugh Williams Junior, of course. Hugh Williams Senior not playing today, mustn't be too far away though. Hugh Williams, and what an inclusion he'll be when they can get him back into the lineup, as Burnie now look to go inside 50.
Is there a little bit of breeze this way, perhaps, maybe? This is the scoring in, boys, as Burnie bring the ball in. Long kick as it's gone out of bounds on the full.
Gilly, Damien Gill's down there. Is there any breeze about, Gilly?
Nothing major to speak of. A slight breeze to this side of the ground, and probably pushing towards the hedge end, I guess I'd put it. And so I'd say Demons had an advantage in the first half, but it's nothing massive.
Thanks, Gilly. That's why we've got him there, ladies and gentlemen, as the ball's gone out of bounds. But I think it was touched off the boot, perhaps. Yep. So it'll be a boundary thrown right on forward 50.
The hedge end. I wonder if it's been called the hedge end before.
I'd probably call it the Hutchins end, or the mountain end.
No, I don't mind the hedge end. I don't mind it. As the ball comes back in to play.
Plenty of hedge funds at Hutchins. The ball comes out for the Dockers. Clever there. Pace used. Needs to throw it on the boot. Does so. Beautiful work, but back in finds Willis. And he will rebound for the Demons.
Been busy. Sean Willis, he gets the kick away as a party. He drives it forward, but the kick looks like it's going to go to the Dockers' advantage. Now it goes and dribbles over the boundary. Boundary throwing again.
Just as I was mentioning before, so Hobart City are taking the ball from 20 out there, and now they've got a stoppage on the wing. So that's a win in the modern game. So you don't always have to get a turnover. So Liam, that was a smart place kick. Kicked it over the guy's head there, and now we've got a stoppage.
Punch forward by the Dockers. Gets it on the boot. Does Chalice, but it only goes as far as Williams. He is at half back, just chips in, not 15, play-ons are called, goes back and gets it back again, drops it, but has time to mop up. He does the 1-2 and keeps going. Big, long kick down towards Dell. Dell with strength, just holds his hand up in the contest, caught one in the schnoz, and I think we'll see a ball up here right in the forward 50.
So he's going to stay out there though, Dell. No blood, it seems, which is a good result.
Great result.
Dangerous territory here for the Dockers. Here's Hobart City through Williamson, but the Dockers get it to their advantage as it goes out of bounds again.
Just a boundary throw in at half forward for the Hobart City Demons. The Rucks will go at it.
Interesting crowd here, boys. This is, of course, a game in between two Old Scholars games. We had the reserves earlier, the seniors coming on. So the TSL curtain raiser, Ace, which is interesting.
Yeah, look, obviously, I don't think the Old Scholars are too keen on moving their times there, but it's great to see, obviously, a different variety there. We had the Queenborough game, Glenorchy played here before, Brent.
Yes.
Obviously, a lot of footy over the years played here on this great venue. But, yeah, Burnie obviously happy to accommodate there as we see Kane and Nick McKenna. I wouldn't be mucking around with Nick Tube.
No.
I'd happily run out of there.
He is built like a brick outhouse, Nick McKenna, as we see it just get thrown up. Probably a free kick going the way of Hobart City. And he points to his head and says, yep, mate, use your brain. So it'll be Thompson to
Pretty physical player. Got reported through the pre-season. Brent, was that the guy down there at Lauderdale? He's throwing his weight around at the moment and probably picking on one guy, as in Nick McKenna, that I wouldn't be doing that with.
Charlton's kick isn't a great one. It's out of bounds on the full. Yeah, I wouldn't be mucking around Nick McKenna either.
That was really clever here from Willis. Look at that deft handball there out to Charlton, who's just sprayed it, but just so clever and so quick by Sean Willis. So the Dockers will repel from the back pocket. Nice long kick into the path of Morrison. Left it behind though. Demons hold on the footy. Williams does well through traffic. Doesn't get a handball away, almost through it. Cole came in hard, but so did Chalice. As it comes out the back, that's a quick little handball out nicely there to Crane. Brasendale picks it up, leaves it behind. Nice work there by Murray. The Dockers keep it in, and that's a clever kick. Up the line, couldn't quite mark it, was Dowling. Charlton does well to just trap the footy. Missed the mark. McKenna through with strength. Now the Dockers out again, but it's scrappy here.
It's a scrappy old game, isn't it? As a party. And now it's back with Hobart City, and they drive it forward. So not a lot on offer, and gobbled up by the Dockers. It's Walters, but Hobart City get it back again. As Burnie get it back again, it is a scrappy old affair here at Queenborough Oval. Here's Walters now. He goes inside 50 for Burnie, and a good mark taken. And
Rudy Barrett's going to the square here.
And you've called it beautifully, Ace. That's why the premiership coach, she spots him up, and he'll go back now and kick for goal. And we'll do it from about 30 metres out, slide angle.
Just keep your eye on the contest between Heath Thompson and big Tyrone Morrison here at the moment. There's just a little bit of spite in it for the boys. They're really at each other, but as you say at the moment, there's a few mistakes happening. As we see Rudy shoot on goal there, you've got to really kick those ones, Brent.
You do. They're costly, that's for sure, and that takes them to 8 points for the game. Hobart City 30, so a 22-point margin, 6 minutes into this second quarter.
Williams to bring it out for the Demons. He's going straight out towards our man Gilly, and he's missed everything.
Full, so it's not touched by anyone out in full. So let's have a look at the re-entry here by Burnie as we see them back through this area here. Nick McKenna's got to do a bit of work here, but we'll see what happens. In
they go again, the Dockers. They'd love a goal, but Richter, the veteran, gets the ball for Hobart City. Wisniewski touched. So they play on quickly, Burnie, as they get the ball back. And
they're just Burnie are really going to both the Water Boys. They're a bit conscious of that at the moment. I think that they've really got to make Nick McKenna a focus and let the Water Boys do some ground level work.
Nice plug there for the Water Boys, 7HO FM tomorrow morning. Thanks very much, AC. As we see Nick Walters, the vice captain. He'll kick from just inside the 50-metre arc.
They really need this, don't they? How do you see it out there, Gilly? This is you now.
You like throwing it to me when you got to call a goal. Nick Walters, he has a big boot. Off the right, this one. It looks nice, but it fades out to the right, and it's a minor score for the Dockers.
Thanks, Damien Gill. Great to have you on board, as Williams will bring it back for the Demons.
10 shots to 2, Ace, and 4-6 Hobart City. So we know they were practicing their goal kicking during the week at training after pretty disappointing shots at goal last week. So they'll be disappointed with that.
They would be. So boundary thrown right on the forward 50 for the Dockers. Nick McKenna in the ruck here. He'll be looking to insert some physicality onto this contest, I'm sure.
Goes straight over both ruckmen's head and ends up with Campbell.
That was a throw.
That was a throw.
Yeah, great tackle by Nick McKenna. And he won't pass it off here, surely.
No, he's in range, Big Nick. But just saw a bit of communication there through Nick and Walters, not Walters, and obviously great bit of second effort there by the ruckman to tackle the hot soup, and now he gives himself a shot on goal.
So here he is, McKenna, who's been a star of this competition for a long time. He kicks right on the 50-metre arc, and it's gone to the left for another minor score. So we've had 5 goals kicked in this game, and we probably should have had close to 10.
Yeah. Nick, there's no issue there for Nick with distance. Just there wasn't enough fluency through his kicking style there in his run-up, but Hobart City will go straight down the guts to Charlie White here.
Well, wouldn't you too? And the kick isn't a bad one, but no one could take the mark. Ball spills to ground. Willis is in there lurking for Hobart City Demons. No one can make a clean break. And it's wrapped up now.
Yeah, Jaden Cox did well to hold that in there. There's a lot of Demons around the footy. So a ball up right in the middle of the ground. Ruckman go at it. Big punch forward by the Dockers, but it comes out to the Demons. Clever little handball over the top. Matthews, quick again, but misses the mark, but has time to chase it up. Does that man in Gooston. Kick forward by the Dockers. McKenna does well, but holds it up. And the human butterfly takes it out of bounds, and we'll see a boundary thrown right at half forward for the Dockers.
Burnie have really lifted their intensity in defence here at the moment.
We spoke about Nick McKenna a lot this game, and how would he be feeling, Ace? Obviously a very new look Burnie team this year. He's been around for so long, part of their success, and different sort of role for him this year, wouldn't it, for the young boys?
A big leadership role for Nick, but he's played a lot of footy. He's a very smart player, and he's very professional in his approach and how he looks after himself. So a great leader for the Burnie Football Club, and you know they are again at the moment playing some young guys, as we see Ryan Matthews duck out of a couple of tackles there.
He's so good at that, isn't he?
Campbell as well there, set it up beautifully. Very skillful, Will Campbell.
But it's a throw, so it'll go to the Dockers in Clabfell.
As I mentioned there, Burnie just really lifting their intensity, some great intent, but once you go to make a tackle here in the modern game, you can't afford to miss it. As we see the guy get wrapped up just there, but previously there was 2 missed tackles.
So Clabfell, with the silent B that you pronounce, kicks long up towards McKenna, who flies, gets punched from behind. That's beautiful work. Down at the bottom of the pack, the Dockers do well. They've got numbers out here, nice long hair, clever little kick. And the Dockers, through this man in Barrett, will look to attack again.
He loads it up, Barrett, goes to the square, and the mark taken, so the Dockers will get a chance now to go back and kick their second, and a much needed one as well. This would bring it back to within 14 points, so a big kick coming up here for Nick Walters.
So we just spoke about a bit of youth there for the boys, but Harry Walters was on the half-back flank who tried to put a tackle effort in, and obviously his brother there goes off and kicks the goal, but he was on the half-back and then standing there next to him in that marking contest. So the oldest senior guys from Burnie are really starting to lift their work rate. Really
setting the scene here. So the Dockers stay in touch with their second goal through Nick Walters, the vice captain here at Queenborough Oval. It is Southern Cross Tasmanian State League here, round 4, streaming across the world on Duff TV.
You don't have to overcomplicate footy sometimes, Brent. At the moment, as we mentioned last quarter, Burnie are winning the inside 50s and the stoppages here by +3, so it seems to be a trend at the moment.
That's the voice of Aaron Cornelius, who's our special comments man today.
Super coach too. Wish he was as good as bloke as he was a coach, Bruno.
Yeah, well, last week he said I'm pretty angry all the time, Tubes, so I might as well try and play up to that. But,
I reckon he's a new man since he's won the flag, Tubes.
It's nice to know he's
customer this year, I've found.
It's nice to know he's listening though, Bruno. He listens in, doesn't he? So back in the middle, ball up. Ruckman go at it. One down by the Demons. Comes out to Willis, who's so clever with his hands. Scrappy stuff here, right in the middle of the ground. Dockers with it. Kicked forward there by Walters. Nice strong mark taken there by Barrett, who's done well this quarter.
Yeah, he's made a great move getting him forward as we see them go down to Big Morrow and obviously juke it there. But again, in that chain there, you see Rudy Barrett kick it to Tyrone Morrison, 2 senior guys from Burnie. They're just getting on top in the stoppages as the boys in the middle of the ground here get around Harry Walters. It just seems at the moment the older brigade are really starting to get on top of the young fellas.
We won't go to Damien Gill as Morrison loads up and goes to the right. So we're not having much luck at all here with the goal kicking towards the hedge end. As Damien put it before.
How you doing down there, Gilly? You all right?
Yeah, sitting pretty, mate. I tell you what, Burnie would want to hit the scoreboard sometime soon. They've had the advantage here, and as Ace accurately pointed out, their pressure's been fantastic. They just need to make it count.
Hobart City up the wing. It's Kilpatrick. Mark taken by Williamson. He plays on quickly. Dell is there and takes the mark.
He swings around onto his right boot, just drives it long. That's a clever kick down in the Willis direction, but punched away, and Ben Murray will clear for the Dockers.
He does that, goes to the wing. Good mark taken there too by Burnie. Got the yellow boots there today, Walters. Looking for an option and goes high, right to the wing, and it's pushed away for a boundary throw-in.
I really thought Callendale probably could have had a shot on goal there. This ground's a great one to hit up as a forward and roll on your preferred leg and really put the ball on top of the on the square. So Callendale's a lovely kick of the footy. I thought he should have had a ping there.
So ball in, right in front of the Hobart City interchange. Ruckman will go. Clever tap down. Dockers with the numbers here. It's Blake Miller throwing the ball onto his boot. Walters flies, has 2 to beat, does really well. Handball's off to Nick. Harry it was, sorry. Punched over the back. Here's a chance for the Dockers. Diving on the footy there. The Demons, they will clear. They've got numbers here everywhere. And they will clear through Grant.
Yeah, Blake Grant. He goes short and finds Jaden Charlton, who gets it quickly over the top to Ryan Matthews.
Great chase.
Down, yeah, but gets the kick away in time. Marked by Dell, who's a long way from home, obviously. He launches on the right. Kick goes right to the forward pocket. Could be taken by the Dockers. Ball spills to ground. Quick kick away. Here's Matthews now. Does he have time? He doesn't. And it's picked up by Burnie. They go towards the wing and goes out in the full. So costly error there for the Dockers, and Hobart City will get the advantage.
So it'll be Grant just chipping. Finds Dell. He was off there, boys, wasn't he?
He was. He's really starting to get his hands on the footy at the moment.
Dell drives long. Burnie with the numbers here, but White will fly.
Whoa.
Nothing doing for him as he gets it out. He gets it back, though. Charlton now with time. Must kick this, and he does. Makes no mistake. So Jaden Charlton kicks his first goal, and the Demons 5th, and extends their lead.
There's just a few of the Hobart City guys that are really starting to run by themselves. So we saw Ryan Matthews down here. He kept running, probably should have got the ball, but Charlton was involved in the contest up here, and again he gets his hands after running, but no one's following them at the moment.
No.
Karma Bus as well, and truly hit Aaron Cornelius this afternoon.
Yeah.
After all the grief he's given
He's
you,
given
Tubes.
me
I've been
a
on
lot
your
of
side.
grief.
I've been backing you all the way, mate.
Of course you have, Bruno. Yeah, you've been all about
The
it.
only problem is I said Charlton, not some other name. So it's okay, but the best player in the competition, can't pronounce his name, is a bit of a worry.
Ball slam back in the middle here at Queenborough Oval. Goes to the Dockers' advantage. They'd love a goal here just to claw it back. The lead now out to 21 points. Might be the biggest of the match, boys, actually.
Interesting kick. Goes to half forward, running through nicely there was Cox. Threw it on the boot, but Kane Richter, the veteran, will defend as he's done so much over his career, kicking out wide, and the Demons are out here.
They are indeed. Williamson gets the quick handball away. And now he gets his own footy in here on the far side. And we're approaching the 25-minute mark of this second quarter, and it is Hobart City with a 26-point lead. So a comfortable one heading towards half-time, but as we said, it probably could be more. The amount of shots that have been missed on goal in this match. There's 6-6-42, Burnie 2-4-16.
Crane gets himself into a bit of trouble, only just gets the handball away. Dockers now with numbers around the footy. They just need to get it forward. As the kick came out now, the Dockers look a little bit more clear. Walters, that's Harry, has time, shrugs one tackle, has a bounce, then misses his handball there, then copped one around the head. Doesn't matter, play on's the call. It's Morrison kicking out wide. Chatwin chases hard. Beg your pardon, that's Blake Miller, and we'll see a boundary thrown as it
Just
goes out of bounds.
Back to the switch there. Obviously, this is a very small ground. We said it's going to be congested, but if you go to switch the ball in a fast-paced game, you really must kick it. And the player there elected to handball it to Harry Walters. It needs to really be a kick, so the player's got time and space to make a decision.
I think Damien Gill's got something for us on the boundary. Gilly.
Yeah, there, gents.
Yeah,
I've got
there he is.
Oh, and we're back again. Number 27 for the Dockers, Ben Casillas, has been worked on for quite some time. I think he's just strolled back out there. Actually, he's back getting some work once again. So he had a calf complaint at quarter time. He tried to run it out early in the second stanza, and he struggled. So I'm not sure we'll see too much more of him.
Brilliant input there, Gilly. Thanks so much, mate. We'll come back to you intermittently as this game continues. So a boundary throw in the forward line for the Hobart City Demons. They are 6-6-42 to the Dockers, 2-4-16.
Edging closer to half-time. So another goal here for the Demons would be a real dagger through the heart of the Dockers. And running back with a fly. Good mark taken there by Kilpatrick. As we hear the siren go, so
he's going to have to go to the tube.
we saw. Now I'm not going to write him
Taylor.
off here. We saw one of the biggest bombs you ever see at Blunston Arena last week, and Alex Heavey dobbed one from about 85 metres out. So
you wrote him off. I didn't. This will be a big kick from Callum Kilpatrick.
It'd be rude if he didn't go a tube. Oh, he's got the swing going, but it's just a tube. It has to be a tube.
As the man with his dog looks on from the sidelines there. Big Cow,
Oh, he went it.
he went it, but he's ended up kicking a mongrel punt, and that is the end of this first half of footy from Queenborough Oval. The Demons 6-42 to the Dockers 2-4-16. Goal kickers for Hobart City Demons, Jack Gooston with 2, Will Campbell with 1, Callendell with 1, Jaden Charlton with 1, and Josh Williamson with 1. And for the Dockers, it was Nick Walters and Harry Walters with 1 apiece. How did you see the first half, boys?
Scrappy, scrappy, scrappy.
Yep.
Not the best display of footy we've seen, I suppose, so far this season. But Hobart City will be pretty happy with the position they're in, I guess, given they do hold a pretty healthy lead of 26 points.
Yeah, look, obviously, as we mentioned through there, the Burnie really lifted their intensity, which has died out in the middle patches of the quarter. So as a coaching staff and a team, you need to understand that the game's not always going to be on your terms, and through a quarter, it'll swing both ways. I think Burnie, again, lifted their intensity in the last half. A few of their old heads started to really get their hands and move the footy well. Kane Richter will be probably a little bit disappointed about their execution at the moment. Their intensity and the way they're turning the footy over and moving the balls, really good and really exciting. But Hobart City just little finishing things there with the drop punts. But as I mentioned, Kane Richter manufactured a spare. Was able to rebound the footy, but just again, deep entries, as we said, the Burnie boys run off there, led by Nick McKenna, which I mentioned to be a great leader for that group.
Just watching Will Campbell come off there for Hobart City boys. Still looks very proppy and was hobbling a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on him as we come back after half-time.
All right, just repeating, folks, it is the Demons leading the Dockers by 26 points here. Round 4 TSL, brought to you by Southern Cross and Duff TV, streaming across the nation. 26 points to the Demons. We'll be right back in just a few moments.
Oi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Southern Cross Tasmanian State League round 4 from Queenborough Oval between the Hobart City Demons and the Burnie Dockers. It is the third term, a 26-point lead to the Demons. Breno, how did you feel about that quarter, that half a footy?
Yeah, look, as we said on the way out, very scrappy, but Hobart City hold a pretty good advantage, 26 points at half-time, and looks like the wet weather may be closing in, boys, so that may be a good lead to have at the moment.
So we've got Damien Gill out there. Gilly, how did you go there at half-time?
G'day, boys. How are we? An update on Ben Casillas. Apparently his old man just popped into the change rooms at half-time and told him to suck it up, Prince. He's going to be all right, just a corky for him. So they're hoping he'll see the game out. And also, just looking at the ground, fellas, I know it was once upon a time home of the Seagulls. It literally looks like it. There's feathers everywhere.
Okay.
I did notice it out there. Someone's obviously gone over the top of them with the zero turn and flicked it into feathers. Or there's been a pillow fight here at Hutchins at Thursday night training as the ball comes out for the Dockers. Jaden Cox takes it on his chest and kicks longer, further afield to Barrett into the middle. McKenna comes hard at the footy, gets his hands to it, follows up, does well to keep his feet, throws it onto the boot, down in the Walters' direction. He can't quite find the footy, so it will be Matthews to clear for the Demons.
They do indeed, and they come out of defence. Good mark taken there on the run. Now, just thought of something at half-time. Aaron Cornelius joins us, of course, in the box, the Glenorchy coach. Last time TSL played a match here, Tubes, Ace was not happy, and it just came to me.
You'll have to enlighten me there, Brent.
Yeah,
what happened?
We've seen Bernie take a mark here. Ace, you're not a fan of this ground, are you?
Oh, not necessarily ground. Obviously, there's been a lot of Tasmanian football played on here, and it's a great venue. But just the size of it, Brent, doesn't really suit the modern game and how it's played. Obviously, we see in the AFL SCGs as a smaller sort of ground. This is actually smaller than North Hobart Oval, which causes a lot of contested footy. But the spaces of the bigger grounds in the TSL is where the modern game is now played.
If you're a good team, you'll adapt to that, AC. No excuses, please.
So you're saying we're not a good team? Is that?
You're a very good football team. Love the Magpies' work as the Dockers load up and go towards goal. It's going to go to the left, though, minus score. No, we've called you a couple of times on the stream this year, and fair to say, we've run out of things to say about how good Glenorchy are. So,
boys, update from the boundary, from the Burnie coach's box. Casillas done for the day. So the rev up from the old man certainly didn't work. He's done for the day.
Right, well, that is...
I hope he's not driving home with the old man.
Another exchange for the Dockers on the interchange, so nothing happening there for them as far as getting a rest. It'll be Matthews to bring it out. He runs around, gets caught. That's great tackle there. Comes to White. White can't get clean grab of the ball. It comes down to Cowrie, and the Dockers will move it forward. That's a big long kick, but Matthews over the back. Here's a chance now as the Dockers score their third goal through Nick Walters.
Well, they needed that, didn't they, boys? The lead was sort of getting away from them there, so to claw that one back, to get it back within 20 points, a big tick, Ace, to get the first one of the second half.
Yeah, look, it's obviously important that once the coach is given to you at half-time, probably just ask him a bit of the troops. But, yeah, look, the Walter boys again working very hard. They created a contest, Harry did, and Nick got over the back, kicked the goal. But I just thought there from Ryan Matthews, a senior player, just really needed to clear the ball there rather than take the player on and obviously cause a turnover. So a bit disappointing there for Hobart City.
So back in the middle.
Is that close enough there, Tubes, for you?
It's really good, mate. We can now hear you. Thanks very much, Aaron Cornelius. Our special comments, man, because Cam Brown is getting a tan in Queensland.
Yeah, be scaring a few people with that pasty white body up there on the Gold Coast. Don't worry about that. As we see the Dockers go inside 50 again through Barrett. Ball spills to ground, picked up. And still with the Dockers,
Clever.
Here he is again. Walters loads up on the right and kicks his second in a matter of minutes. So the Dockers are back. They cut the lead to 14 points, and what a way to start this second quarter.
Yeah, quick inside 50. Nick McKenna got his hands on the footy. Harry got his hands on the ball there to his brother. Again, quick running patterns. Rudy Barrett moves the ball quickly forward. Harry keeps front spot. Nick keeps running, tracks the ball here, straightens up. Very classy play and finish as well.
Disappointed with that Hobart City. They've conceded the first 2 goals of the second half after holding that 26-point lead at the major break. So, a bit to think about now for the Demons coaching staff.
Just obviously with Brownie, he's doing a tremendous job. He knows that many facts about people. It's fantastic.
Extraordinary. Knows their beep test results. Knows where they went to school. It is quite extraordinary. There's no bigger knowledge in Tasmanian football than Cameron Brown.
So a ball up here at half forward for the Demons. Haven't seen a lot of Eddie Cole too much in this quarter. He's been well kept down there. So moving the ball forward again, the Demons. Diving on it is Willis. Manages to find his feet and scoop it out to Matthews. Comes back to the Dockers and Bogue will clear. Right to that centre half forward possession. Walters with his body strength does so well. Gets a handball back. McKenna now. Handball's off to a running man in Bogue. I beg your pardon, it wasn't Bogue at all. It was Dowling, and it's gone out of bounds on the full.
Let himself down there. It was a nice passage of play there from the Dockers. They're certainly up and about early in this third quarter, only almost 6 minutes in, but they've certainly had the better of it. 2 goals to none, and the lead now is just two straight goals. So they've really worked their way back in nicely. As we see Hobart City go to the outer wing, and the ball goes over the coach's head, and Kane Richter and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
That was just a forward half turnover there that I was speaking. Again, gives a reset. Nick's getting a bit angry out there, so look out, boys. But again, a forward half turnover, so it gives a stoppage here, and Burnie are winning the stoppages at the moment.
Ball back in, and Hobart City get it inside the centre square here at Queenborough Oval. TSL back here this afternoon. It's part of Hobart City's zone, of course. Goes forward, but the mark taken beautifully there by Ben Murray for the Dockers. Plays on reasonably quickly, and Cole's there to goal up. McKenna comes flying from behind and whacks Cole into the surface here at Queenborough. Ball back inside 50 for the Dockers, but it's over the boundary line, boundary throwing.
You can't ask more of your forward there. Hobart City were playing in front, but Nick McKenna provided a contest, which is fantastic from a big forward, Brent.
So the margin is 2 straight kicks. As it comes back in, McKenna doing the ruck duties for Burnie. Couldn't collect the ball. Demons managed to get it out of there, though, to the wing. And it is a scrappy old affair here. We've said that the entire match. It's sort of kick to kick. Good strong mark taken there by the Dockers. So
this is the part where he just needs to get up off his mark quick and drive the ball in.
And he does just that, but it looks like it's straight to the opposition. Richter ends up on his butt, and his team, though, get it out of defence.
Great contest by Willis as he's crunched the Docker player out there. It comes out nicely to Bogue. Throws it on the boot. Handballs up. Scrappy stuff again. Back in the middle to Charlton, who goes backwards. And the Demons will clear with a long kick up the middle, but it's coming straight back because Harry Walters has it. He chips out wide looking for Josh Murray. He's got a hold of it now. Chips it in. That's a great kick. Clever. Oh, flying back courageously was Hugh Williams. And the Demons, will clear.
Yeah, the mark taken out there from the kick from the coach, Kane Richter. They spill the ball in dangerous territory as well, but Richter gets it back. It wasn't Richter, in fact. It was Millhouse. And Dell's there on the wing, and right in front of the Burnie coach's box. They'll be pretty happy with their start to this quarter. Damien Gill's on the boundary for us. Gilly, have you got anything? No, Gilly's not with us at the moment as the ball comes back in.
I'm just trying to keep Tubes' fans away here from the commentary box at the moment.
Knows everyone. He's an enigma, Tubes, as Williamson falls over, but did well to get back up. He kicks it further forward for the Demons.
Willis read that well.
Yeah, he's a star. Here's Campbell, who hobbled off in that second half.
Clever kick.
Back on the ground, though. Charlton, back to Campbell. He balks and weaves, but tackle from behind. He'll get the free kick. No, holding the ball, so...
No, you can't dodge past the bloke. As you see here, he dodged one.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I would have thought that was a bit high there.
It was a little
stiff, but great defence by Burnie.
Yeah.
The Dockers now have the footy. Comes out through Dowling, but it's straight to Richter.
Great tackle.
Demons, brilliant tackle. The Demons go hard at the footy. Beautiful work there by Chalice. Handball's back, nice work. Here comes Crane. Handball's back to Dowling. Dowling with a big barrel. Goes long looking for Brasendale. McKenna dove on the footy. Desperate stuff. Going back now to Williams. And the ball kicked out wide to the wing. We should see a boundary throw-in, and we do.
Boys, you got me?
Yeah,
we
there
do.
he is.
Yeah,
Hey.
hey, gents. Tell you what, it'd be a turn up for the books if the Dockers were to take a result today. It's important to note they've had 5 first gamers today, and that makes 16 for the year. So, geez, they are inexperienced.
It'd have 2 wins in the first 4 rounds would be something very special for the Dockers. Obviously had a turbulent off-season up there with some of the NWFL talk as well. Here's Willis now inside 50 for the Demons. He handballs back to Dell, who goes around and kicks on his right, and it looks okay, but just touched on the line by Burnie and Harry Walters. He brings it back in very quickly for the Dockers. Mark taken by Murray. He plays on quickly now. Umpire's blowing the whistle. Is it coming back? No, advantage has been paid. And they don't actually realise.
No, it'll go back.
Come back.
Yeah, it'll go back to Josh Murray.
They're out on the other side here, Burnie. They've really set up well here.
So he plays on Murray. Whistle's been blown again. 50 metres, is it?
No, Callendell's gives the umpire a little bit of lip here, so they've just
What?
paid the kick here.
Not sure why it's come out into the middle of the ground like that, but anyway, Walters, that's Harry, has a bounce, dodges one, so strong through the core as it comes down the throat of Morrison. Morrison now has to look for McKenna here, just throw it on the boot and get it in his general direction. Chooses against that, goes towards Brasendale, but chipping in nicely was Williams, and the Demons will come back into attack.
Yeah, Williams gets the kick out. It's marked by Houston, who kicked those first couple of goals of the match. Cole gets it to Matthews. Was clever, picked him out beautifully. Matthews wants to play on quickly. Finds himself in a little trouble, but gets the kick away. And not a great one, though, in the end. It's marked by the Dockers, and the mark taken.
Ben Murray.
Ben Murray.
Murray goes out towards Carbfell. Throws it on his boot. Oh, it's all Demons out here, but they can't take the mark. That was a simple one. Great tackle. Brilliant stuff there. No free kick given to the Dockers, but they're out here through this man and Dowling. Dowling chips over the top. Tries it hard, do the Dockers, and it comes out again. Nice work by Murray, who just got smashed in the tackle, but he's all right. He's up and playing. And the Demons through Richter into the middle finds Matthews.
Here they go again, the Demons. I'd love a goal here. Burnie have conceded the first couple this quarter. Oh, picked up on the run. Here's Williamson. But the handball went straight to the Dockers. Play on, says the umpire. Players crash to the ground and the ball up. So, what are we? 12, nearly 13 minutes gone, and only the 2 goals kicked so far. And it is Hobart City leading by 13 points.
McKenna into the ruck. Punched away by the big man in Thompson. Dockers with the numbers around the footy again. Umpire says, no, I'll have it, thanks, and another ball up will ensue.
Ace, we've seen, I'm not sure if you've seen much of Burnie this season. You've seen Hobart City Demons in the first round, obviously. How do you see these 2 teams finishing up this year?
Yeah, look, watched these guys both on tape a couple of times now. Just really think that Hobart City are trying to play a really fast brand of football where Burnie are just going down the line at the moment and not having able to take a mark. So for mine, mate, I'm not going to comment on where they'll finish on the ladder, but I just think that that's definitely what you can see in this game here. Hobart City's playing very nice, open, fast brand of footy, and Kane mentioned at a press conference that they will like to play on the bigger grounds. Obviously, they did that up against North Launceston, you know, put in a great effort in that game, and again here we're just very contested footy today. So, look, I won't comment, but they're going to be around the mark.
Ace is leaving us at 3/4 time, so we'll reveal where he thinks they'll finish, as he told us at half-time a little later in the broadcast, once he's left us. Only joking.
Off the record stuff from you, Breno.
McKenna punches away for the Dockers.
You tell him nothing off the camera.
They move it forward again. Demons owe this effort. Back with the Dockers, here's Barrett. It's a one-on-one contest. Ball on its own, but picked up now by Hobart City, in fact, in as a party. Williams dives onto it.
The crowd don't like it,
no,
do they?
Do they? No. Pretty vocal crowd here this afternoon.
Umpire's really got to get control of the game here. There's been a couple of missed free kicks, and we don't want it to escalate.
Should be a free kick going the way of the Dockers. Tyrone Morrison will take it.
So, Ace, the week off for Glenorchy, what did you guys get up to? Did you give the boys a few nights off training, or?
Yeah, look, we had the Easter break off, but the guys, they're professional now, that we sort of tracked them over the break, and they've done a lot of extra sessions, and they know, as we see, great mark there from Charlie White.
Great mark.
But yeah, look, the boys know that they can't take the foot off the gas, and teams are coming after them, so they're very professional in how they look after themselves away from our program. But again, we did train very hard last night and on Wednesday night, have a light run on Monday, and head into the game against Kingston on Anzac Day.
We spoke about your 3 games in 10 days before. It's all about recovery, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, look, the team that recovers the best in that period of time is the team that will play the best. So a big emphasis for us. See, as Burnie's pressure's really lifted here. Yeah, look,
excellent.
Really key for us just to make sure we recover the boys and look after them. We've got to travel to Burnie in that time there, and we see Burnie a very contested team.
They go forward again, the Dockers. Mark taken by Nick Walters, who kicked those first couple of goals in this third quarter. Richter, the ever-reliable Kane Richter, picks it up and collects it for his team. As a party, Matthews and Campbell. Campbell almost tunnelled there. And the Dockers now, they go inside 50, and the man picks him out beautifully, and they'll go back now and go for their third of the quarter, and this will be a real turnover. If they can kick this goal, they're back to within 7 points, boys.
That's as good as they've looked, the Dockers, I reckon. That movement from Nick Walters moving the ball forward, and McKenna was involved as well. There's senior players coming into it, and just to lower the eyes there, Dowling should kick this goal from here, Ace.
Yeah, look, as you mentioned, Kane Richter cleaned the footy up there in the back line, but they didn't switch the ball. They went back from where the ball source had come from. So you've got to really switch the ball and not let Burnie be able to set up their structure, the defensive structure. So as we see Burnie double goal there, I thought that was very close there. Good umpiring. But yeah, Hobart City were switching the play early in the piece and really exposing Burnie, where now they're just banging it back down the line, and the smarts of the elder Burnie players really capitalising.
Well, 26 points at half-time has been turned into a 7-point lead to Hobart City. It's been all Burnie in this third quarter. They've kicked 3 goals to none. And Clint Proctor, who isn't playing today, will be very happy over there on the Burnie interchange bench.
Bailey Bogue involved there as well. You'll be happy with that, Breno. Back in the middle. Burnie looking much better, I think, as far as disposal of the ball goes, as Eddie Cole, who's been very quiet in this quarter, gets his kick away out wide. Here's a chance now for the Demons as the handball comes away, manages to get it away. Nice work. Demons and Dockers just diving on the footy as it's trapped in here, and we'll see a ball up.
Yeah, a little bit of panic, I suppose, now for Hobart City Demons. Ace, what would you do if you're Kane Richter or the Demons coaching staff?
Yeah, there wouldn't be any panic, certainly, but there'd be an instruction go out to let's switch the ball and get it out of the same lane. We see Charlton here will double goal.
Jaden Charlton drives it home, but again, it's off to the left. So
yeah, no, that'd be instruction coming out with our runners, is just try and switch as much as we can to get the ball on the open space.
Really need to hold on to the footy here, the Dockers. I wouldn't want to see a goal wrapped up. We want a nice close contest. 7 points the margin here at Queenborough Oval in round 4 of the Southern Cross Tasmanian State League between the Hobart City Demons and the Burnie Dockers.
We saw earlier in the game when all those missed shots on goal, Hobart City now 6-9, so we'd hate to see this come back and haunt them at the end of the game if they've kicked inaccurately, Ace.
Yeah, look, I would have thought that the right of screen is the scoring end. It seems like the ground goes downhill there, so yeah, that's my opinion. The Burnie are going the scoring end right now, so Hobart just need to stem the flow and give themselves an opportunity.
So the ball with the Demons. It's been a scrappy old affair, as we've said throughout the broadcast, that they get it out here, Hobart City. Richter. He drives it forward for his team. And it's out in the full though, so not something you normally see from Kane Richter.
An extra 400 on Tuesday night from the coach.
Well, talk us through, you know Kane well, AC. He spoke a lot about retiring at the end of last season, but came back, and is that because he thought they needed a bit more experience, do you think?
Look, my communication to Kane would be play for as long as you can, mate, because you're a long time retired. So, yeah, look, I obviously made the decision to come back and be out there with the troops. But, yeah, for anyone that's in that position, play footy for as long as you can, because flip side, if you're like me, Brent, you miss it every time you watch it.
Very good advice. We spoke about your knee before. It's coming along nicely, though. It was your final operation.
Yeah, that was meant to be last time. So, no, look, it's just another bit of a tighten up. And, yeah, it's been a long way back, 24th operation. But in the hands of Julian Fella, who's a tremendous surgeon in Melbourne. And obviously the rehab process now is in my hands, and hopefully I can get it nice and strong.
You mentioned Julian Fella there. I spoke to Colin Garland yesterday, and he's been operated on by him as well. So he gets all the big names, does he?
Yeah, I wouldn't say big names, but he certainly gets a lot of the AFL stuff. So I know that he would have had Nick Rewalt if he needed an operation for his hamstring, as we see.
4-3 down here, boys.
Big Nick's just left a trail of destruction behind him.
He's an absolute monster, isn't he? He's so massive. I'm a big guy. I'm a big unit. And I stand next to him and I'm just like David and Goliath.
Here's Matthews.
Matthews does well. Comes out now. That's a quick kick forward by the Demons in towards the path of Dell, who gathers it beautifully. Quick little worm burner down in the Willis direction, but Calfell does well too. This is a good battle down here. Gathers the ball, does Willis. That's a great tackle. That's got to be holding the ball. And a brilliant work there by Sam Calfell on a superstar in Sean Willis.
We saw Sean Willis a lot early in the game, didn't we? But he's quietened down a fair bit. So if we can get him up and about, Hobart City would love that.
How many times has Nick and Harry kicked it to each other today? It's a wax on, wax off show.
They go for it again, the Dockers. They'd be very happy with their third quarter. 3 goals to none. The margin is only 8 points. So big result potentially brewing here for the Dockers as we tick overtime on in this third quarter. Rain's managed to stay away so far. Feels like it's not far away, but it's held off to this point of the game. Of course, this is the curtain raiser to the Old Scholars coming up to this afternoon.
Might just go out to Gilly if you've got us there. Gilly, how are things looking on the boundary there for the Demons?
Yeah, certainly a lot more energy on the Burnie bench at this point in time. They're up and about, and they can probably smell blood here. Interesting, Will Campbell, he's hobbled off. I've lost count, to be honest, how many times he hobbled off, but he always goes back out and looks all right. But still that ankle troubling him. Right, but yeah, Burnie up and about, especially Clint Proctor, looking very animated on the bench.
Very good, Gilly. That's why we've got him over there on the hedge end.
What a fine addition he's been this afternoon too, just quietly.
Even though people don't know who he is, it's terrific to have him here as the Hobart City Demons get the ball away. It'll clear through that man in Caswell out to Dell, who's taken a mark at the centre of the ground. He goes one way, then the other, then looks to handball, finds his man there in Caswell, who kept running. Ball comes down for the Demons. It's off for Cole. Cole handballs over the top to Dell, who can't quite gather. Great work by the Dockers, just continuing their pressure here as Cole wraps it up, and we'll see a ball up here in the forward 50 for the Demons.
They looked their best chance at a goal for a while, didn't it? Looked like they were pulling it all together nicely there, but as you see on screen, a ball up now. And Burnie would hate to concede one here after what's been an unbelievable quarter for them. 3 goals to none. And got themselves right back in this game. Here's Cole again, Campbell, but kicked off the ground by the Dockers. They push it to that far wing.
Murray leads the race for the Dockers as it goes out of bounds, and we'll see a ball in. So how much do you know about these sides, Ace, as far as an opposition coach goes? Do you do your research as far as, you know, where they run and watch the tapes and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, look, I do go for the tapes a fair bit. Got a great program where just cutting edits, and the guys do as well. So now there's games being live streamed, Tubes. The boys are right onto it and watching it every week, which is fantastic. But also too, they source out, so they come and grab the vision off me and watch it. And the boys also know the players. You know, it's not like there's a big turnover of players. You're going to know the more statesmen like Rudy Barrett, who's got the footy now. So we do know the way that they play, and we do look very closely at opposition sides, and we make note of that in our opposition meetings on the night before the game.
6-9-45, plays 5-7-37. It's been all Burnie in this third quarter at Queenborough Oval, round 4.
I would have paid the Duke
TSL.
then.
Yeah.
I would have paid the mark to the Hobart City guy. I thought that was great, even though he's got a bit of cramp, but great effort there. He stood under the footy and I would have paid the mark.
Yeah, Callum Kilpatrick's done well there, but not rewarded for his effort. Big ruck contest, punch forward by Burnie, but sprayed away there nicely by Trent Millhouse, who got his kick away. Dell came hard at the man, and it's mopped up there by Willis, who handballed over the top to Charlton, who just almost threw it away. Eddie Cole does his little spin trick, which we love seeing as the Demons move it forward through Willis. It's wrapped up there, though, with the big man in James Dowling for the Dockers, and we'll see another ball up. Clint Proctor will be happy with this, I reckon, boys.
Yeah, look, obviously he was a big out, wasn't he, at the start of the game. They lost a couple pre-game too, didn't they, Tube? So 3. So Burnie pretty happy with the position they're in, I would have thought, but actually they'll have to win this game as they drive it forward again.
Nice strong mark there taken by Barrett. And he'll come round the corner here. Needs to get it in quick. Goes on that left boot down in the McKenna direction, who comes from 3 deep. But the men at the bottom of the pack, that's beautiful work by the Dockers, and they swing around another goal. Beautiful work to Jaden Cox, who gets his first. And the Dockers are well within touch here, gentlemen.
2 points. Who would have thought, hey? 26 points at half-time, and it's been all one-way traffic in this third quarter, and a 2-point margin, I see.
Yeah, look, Burnie have just trapped Hobart City to playing down the lines at the moment, not really trying to open up and take the game on. I thought back there before where Callendale marked the ball in the middle of the ground, they nearly needed to get a mark inside 50 for just to relieve a bit of pressure. But as I say, Burnie are forcing Hobart City to play down the lines and just playing it a lot better than them at the moment.
They've looked really dangerous down there with Rudy Barrett, I reckon, too, Brenno.
How do you think the game's been officiated today, Troops?
I think it's been all right. I always like the umpires. I mean, it's the hardest job in football, apart from actually getting a kick. That's what I always struggle with, but I've umpired a few games, done okay. So
here we go, Hobart City, a chance to claw one back. They go inside 50. Willis gets the quick handball away. And now here's Campbell, the hot suit. We heard about that earlier. He dropped the footy, though, not holding the ball. Umpire lets it go. And now the Dockers again. Can they get another one before three-quarter time? Gee, they'd love to. It's with Cox. He goes inside 50. McKenna can't take the mark. He's done well there as a party to get the ball back for Hobart City. Richter out of defence. Off to Williams, who's back in the team today for the Demons. And now Charlton couldn't collect the football. Goes towards the boundary, and it's taken over. As we hear the three-quarter time siren. So what a quarter from the Burnie Dockers. They're back to within 2 points. The Demons 6-9-45. The Dockers 6-7-43. Hobart City blowing a 26-point lead they held at half-time.
Yeah, we'll go through the goal kicks really quickly for the Demons. It's 2 to Jack Guyson, and then singles to Williamson, Charlton, Dell and Campbell. And of course for the Burnie Dockers, we've got 3 to Nick Walters, who's been prolific down forward. Harry Walters has 1, Jaden Cox with 1, and Geordie Dowling with 1 as well. 2 points the difference here at three-quarter time, ladies and gentlemen, on the Southern Cross Tasmanian State League stream between the Burnie Dockers and the Hobart City Demons, live to you across the world on Duff TV from here at the Queenborough Oval. We'll be right back with a quick little break and the final term in just a few moments. Final quarter here from Queenborough Oval in the Southern Cross Tasmanian State League between the Hobart City Demons and the Burnie Dockers. A 2-point margin here to the Demons, and Breno just around the grounds, mate.
Yeah, Lauderdale Oval, we've got Lauderdale hosting Launceston, of course, and Lauderdale 3-1-19, Launceston 2-1-13, and at Devonport Oval, it is Clarence 1-3-9, leading Devonport 1-2-8.
So a bit of a false start here to this final term, with the umpire having to recall. And we've got Ace Cornelius sticking around with us. Ace, what would you be saying to your charges if you were Clint Proctor?
Yeah, if I was Clint Proctor, I'd just continue on the same things. Intensity around the ball with the tackling pressure that they have. I'd give a pump up to McKenna, Barrett, and the Walter brothers. If I was Hobart City, it'd be switch every opportunity, get the open running game going.
Who wins from here, AC?
I think my personal opinion is that right of screen is a scoring end, so Hobart City has the advantage there. But as I mentioned, if Burnie can force Hobart City to play that the way that they want to, then I think it could be Burnie from here, Brent.
And Gilly down there at the boundary, mate. How are you going down there? You're down at the the opposite of hedge end. What are you calling that end, mate?
I'm just strolling to the goal scoring end, according to Ace. Just flicking through my phone actually, and to see Mitch Thorpe having a big impact, which is good to see. Still horrified by how many feathers are on the ground, mate. But I think this game is Burnie's to lose. I'm going to put my neck out on the line.
There you go, Harry
Might
Walters.
have to get the vacuum out for the big fella here at half time. I don't know how else we can get him off.
So we've got Harry Walters, who's taken a good mark inside of 50 for the Burnie Dockers. Can he kick this one, Brenner?
Look, the Walters brothers have been fantastic, haven't they? And we saw Nick kick those first two in the last quarter. If Harry can slam this one home, and that means Burnie's in front. Big moment coming up here for the Dockers. So Harry Walters, he'll kick from about 48 metres out. It looks okay off the boot. It will land in the square though. McKenna was there. Barrett as well. McKenna picks up the football. He's a chance to get on his boot. He can't. He does.
Oh, brilliant.
Nick McKenna gets the first of the last quarter, and Burnie hit the lead for the first time this game.
That is just superb from Nick McKenna. As you called in, I think the first quarter, Ace, the physicality that he brings to this football side can't be understated. And what a great goal from their big man and their leader down there.
He gives one effort there, two efforts, tries to get the ball to the boot just here, pushes a few blokes out of the way. No one wants to tackle him, goes again and gets a quick hand of foot, scores the goal, gives it to come on.
Dockers are in front.
Yeah, quite extraordinary that Hobart City led this one. 26 points at half-time, have not scored a goal since. It's back in the middle here at Queenborough. There's the man on screen that kicked the last goal, Nick McKenna. What wonderful work for a big man that was in the goal square. Here's Hobart City now. Charlton, Matthews, back to Charlton. And now the Demons go forward. Oh, a big crunch there. And it's with the Dockers again. They go long. Just go inside 50. Good mark taken by Azapati.
Nick McKenna's unhappy with that kick from Tyrone Morrison. He was out there by himself after that big hit on the big man in Thompson.
Here's Kane Richter on screen. Paddock stations for him at the moment. They've given up that lead, as we said a moment ago. Mark couldn't be taken there by Williamson. Here's Willis, who was busy early in the match. Cole, Dell, who was also very, very lively in the opening quarter especially, but been quiet fairly since then, Ace.
Yeah, look, Callan's gone a bit out of the game, but the supply going inside 50 started to dry up a little bit for Hobart City. But again, just can't emphasise as much as how Burnie's attacking the ball in the contest at the moment.
They just look a lot more desperate, don't they, Ace, as the ball comes out for the Dockers, but it's picked up nicely there by Charlton, who swings around onto his boot. He throws it down though. Charles is there, and it comes out for the Dockers. They will move it forward through Murray. That is Ben Murray, of course. Big, strong fly by Barrett, and it's gone out of bounds. And we'll see another boundary throw in.
Rudy Barrett's provided a fantastic contest across half forward for the Dockers in the last half of footy, so we'll see how he goes here. I think Nick McKenna should certainly go deep, as we see Harry push back in that area, but Nick's really upped his efforts here.
Ball in, comes down. Matthews does well, drives it forward. Good strong grab taken there by Richter.
Put himself in front of the ball.
Yes. Swings around, throws it high in the path of White. White takes a great contested grab. He had 3 to beat there, and that is just unbelievable stuff from Charles White.
Well, to say they need this, Tubes, is an understatement. They would love to get a goal here, Hobart City, just to hit the lead first of all and just to stem the flow a little bit.
Beautiful grab there from Charlie White. He'll kick from about 35, 40 metres out. Slight angle.
Dowling coming from the side as a third in. You really need to take Charlie White's body in that spoil and not let him get his hands to the ball.
Looks okay. It's a wobbly kick though, and off to the left for a score. So, look, these missed opportunities for Hobart City. They're, at the moment, looking like it's going to come back and haunt them a bit, Tubes.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to make the most of your inside 50s, particularly when you get clean shots at goal like that. So the Dockers moving the ball up the wing. Big fly, almost taken there by Thompson. He gets his kick forward again, but it's coming straight back because the mark's been taken down there by Poke. Poke switches the play, must mark this. Josh Murray does a good effort, and the Dockers will clear again. That's a clever kick out wide. Needs it to roll out here, but it won't. It'll stay in, and it's picked up nicely there by Grant, who goes backwards, finds Williams. Williams from half back.
So back in the team today, Hugh Williams. Oh, it wasn't a great kick. It's gone straight into his opponent in Walters, but he's done well to get the footy back. Oh,
that's a 360.
Yeah, holding the ball. So Burnie are on top in this game. They'll get the kick now.
Drive it in there, Big Nick. Drive it in there, Big Nick, straight away.
So Chalice has it. He loads up.
He's overcooked
goes
it.
inside, over the top of McKenna's head, and Williams takes the mark. Plays on quick mark. The umpire's blown the whistle. Advantage paid to the Demons. They chip it short. Mark taken now by Grant.
Possibly could have been 50.
Could have been. Goes forward to Trent Millhouse. Handballs over the top quickly to Matthews, who's on his own. He's got plenty of time here. He goes short. Ball, the kick wasn't a great one. Didn't let. Oh, Charlton gets taken high.
They got out of jail there, boys.
Free kick, he did. So Jaden Charlton now. Matthews is there by himself. He decides to go longer. Dell couldn't take the mark. And it looks like a free kick might be paid here against Callendale. It is. So
yeah, smart by Harry Walters to take front spot there.
Walters plays on. Kicks it sideways. Good interception there by the Demons, though, through Kilpatrick, and another boundary throw in.
He's shown a bit today, Kilpatrick, I thought. I think he, for a smaller frame, he's certainly gone up against some bigger bodies, so he's done okay today. So boundary throw in, right at half forward for the Demons. It'll be White in the ruck.
In it comes. So the time now, 12 minutes into this last quarter. Bit of
scrappy
stuff again. Yeah, you're right, Tubes. It's been the story of the day, hasn't it?
How's the feeling on the bench down there, Gilly? Oh, he's on the blower, folks, so I'm sorry. He's down there on the phone to his hug and kisses. And a boundary throw in here at half forward.
Just getting the scoops in.
Yes,
Tubes,
yes,
we're hoping for us in a moment, no doubt. Here's Burnie again. They're on the run through Barrett. He gets the kick away. Inside 50, and the mark taken again by Nick Walters, who has brought this game to life for the Dockers. It looks like he'll go back and have a shot from about 40 metres out from goal, directly in front. So you'd almost back him in here, Ace.
Yeah, certainly. He looks for his brother just there, but he needs to go back and take it upon himself to score the goal here. Just thought in that last passage of play from Hobart City, they didn't really capitalise the game with their foot skills. It's they're going really quick with the game and playing an exciting brand, but just can't hit a target at the moment.
He's the vice-captain, Nick Walters, and he certainly stood up when his team needed him to today. He loads up from 40 metres out directly in front. It is a minor score, so Burnie can't quite put it away just yet. They're keeping Hobart City in this game. It's 11 points now, the margin. 14 minutes gone, final term.
So it'll be Williams to bring it back in for the Demons. He looks out wide. Nobody's touched it yet, and it's gone out of bounds, so it'll be a free kick to the Dockers.
Just a game of errors at the moment.
Yeah, and I think their skills have let them down a little bit in this last quarter, Ace. They've missed targets, and kicks like that shouldn't be happening in TSL football as the ball comes in, but now they've given a chance here through Matthews. He runs forward. Dell has all the space in the world, but gets a cruel bounce, manages to go back and scoop it up. Does well to dodge around 1-2 players, then kicks forward. Brasendale up against his cobber there in Williamson, and it's gone out towards the cricket nets there. Dell came in hard, and we will see a boundary throw in.
That's where Damien Barrett on the scoop over there. I don't know whether he's back or he's still on the phone.
Is he there,
Yes,
Gilly?
sorry, boys. I was just David King on the blower, just asking for some boundary riding tips. But no, the tension's palpable down here. A lot more energy out of the Dockers, I've got to say. Hobart City just look a bit nervy for me, and I think they're playing that way as it's just punnelled forward here. It's Dell who runs out to meet it, and he's brought down a lovely tackle, and I'll throw it back to the callers.
Yeah, well done, Gilly. Great call. Dell just got himself into a bit of trouble there, trying to do a bit too much, I would have thought, as the Dockers move the ball out back through this near side.
Burnie have had some great holding the ball tackles.
They really have.
Here's Chalice. Caught his name a bit today. He's been good for the Dockers. Goes the short option, but the kick's not a grower. Hits his target in the end. Almost intercepted by the Demons. Walters, who's been very busy throughout this match. Drives it long inside the centre square. Ball bounces. Now the Demons, here's Richter. Scoops the ball up for his team. They need him to lift now. He gets it back inside the centre square. Here's Matthews. Now here's a chance for the Demons at first goal of the second half. They go inside 50. Wasn't to be. Walters goes backwards to Carbfell. And that's to the wing now, but the mark taken by White. And Dill couldn't take the mark. Couldn't hang on.
Carbfell's done well there.
He does. Cole. Handballs away to nobody in particular.
The Dockers just seem like they wanted a bit more, don't they, boys? As we see Campbell running away on one leg, kicks it out wide into the path of Grant. Grant with pace, manages to gather the ball, looks around, has a man leading towards him, and that's a great mark taken down there by, I think that is, yep, it is, of course, Bailey Walker.
So this is a very important piece of play here for Hobart City Demons.
Hardest pocket in Australia, apparently.
That's what they tell me down here at Hutchins. They say this is a tough pocket to kick it from.
I'm backing him in here, Bailey Walker. We're right behind this one, Tubes. He loads up on the right. Looks okay off the boot too. It's coming back and it's a goal to Bailey Walker. So a much needed one for the Hobart City Demons. It's their first of the second half. And the lead now is back to 5 points.
As the crowd goes wild here at Queenborough, I think that is now a myth, that call. It's, I've seen 2 goals kicked from that pocket today, and there has been many kicked. I think it's a myth.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and a TSL live stream exclusive. Aaron Cornelius ripping into me for no reason whatsoever. Thank you very much, Ace. But that was a beautiful kick by Bailey Walker, and exactly what the Demons needed. The Dockers will be upset with that because they have been pushing and pushing and pushing in this quarter and haven't been able to put that pressure on the scoreboard, as Ace alluded to earlier, Breno.
I'll tell you what, it's nice to have a nice close game on the stream, Tubes. We've seen Glenorchy the first couple of weeks tear teams to shreds. Look out, they've lifted here, the Demons. It's going to be a free kick right in the centre square here at Queenborough Oval. And the man to kick it is Heath Thompson. He goes inside 50. Dell is there. Couldn't take the mark. Gets his own football back though. Callendell wheels around on the right. Goes to the square. And it bounces. Here's Williamson. Couldn't hang on to the footy. Still a chance though. Williamson tried to get boot to ball. Kicked off the ground. But
yeah,
the
I thought that was
umpires...
kicking in danger.
Yeah, kicking in danger. So going to the Dockers.
An advantage.
They're out here through Walters. Sells a bit of candy. Gets his handball off now to Poke. Poke with a long kick up the line. No one there for the Dockers, but the mark's dropped. But a free kick in the first place will go to the Demons.
5-point margin as we approach time on in this final quarter. TSL round 4 action. Kane Richter stands up in the forward line.
Let's kick a goal here.
He'd love to kick a goal here, Kane Richter, but he handballs off to Dell, who loads up from 60 out to the square and hits the post. So, gee whiz. Hobart City have well and truly lifted in this last couple of minutes.
There's plenty of time left in this game, gentlemen, but the Dockers just need to hold on to the footy, and he's called play on here as a little bit of candy sold there nicely, and the Dockers will clear all the way up the line. Drove it forward through that man in Jaden Cox, and the Dockers have the numbers over the back here. Quick, clever handball, but numbers again here, with the Demons. But that's a rubbish handball as the kick comes into the middle of the ground. Needs to protect the drop zone. Almost taken the mark. Probably a chop of the arms. Will Campbell now has it. He gets away from his opponent and he looks unhindered with that knee injury, or ankle as Gilly was calling it earlier. Campbell gets it back again, gets his kick away. Dell flies high, but there's nothing doing down there for the Demons. But it comes over back. Dell again. Time.
Callan Dell, that looked almost in slow motion. He took his time to wheel around, but did the job beautifully. And Hobart City get it back to within 4 points. We've got a cracker now, boys, after what's been a scrappy affair.
We'll see in this contest again here, boys. Just brilliant running from Campbell. See that
pace,
running through injury, Ace.
Yeah, look, it's great to see him do that. We said he's been off to get some treatment, but he just got the 1-2 there, put it inside. There was a couple of boys that jumped there for no particular reason.
What's
and
this
Callan
from
got it
Dell?
over the back.
Just
Too
took
much
his
time.
yeah.
That's not in slow motion, folks.
No.
I mean, the last little bit was, but those early pieces, that's too much time for Callan Dell down there. He's bread and butter, that is.
So 23 minutes gone in this final term. Here's Hobart City again. They load up from right on 50. Looks okay as well. It's going to the squares. It got enough on it. It doesn't. So
The crowd have really come into this game now.
3 points the margin. It's Burnie by 3 points, 63 plays 60. That was a huge kick there from the Demons, Heath Thompson. And wouldn't that have just got them up and about? If that went through, it was so close.
So the Dockers to bring it in through Dowling. Dowling gets a nice long kick out towards his big man.
Oh,
Brilliant
good smother. Campbell's lifted. Here's Charlton. Goes inside 50. Nobody home. Dell was there, but it's gone out of bounds on the floor.
Yeah, that's where they really got to put the ball top of the square and put Burnie under pressure. I'm not sure about that one there from Joe Charlton.
3 point margin. So what's been a scrappy game has turned into an exciting finish here in a match at Queenborough Oval. Hobart City playing.
It'd be great if that young fella would sit down there on the scoreboard so we could see the bottom score.
Well, it's 8-12-60 to 9-9-63 for you, Ace, if you like. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it?
Here's Richter, gets the handball off to Cole, goes inside 50. Dell again at the back, goes for the fly, couldn't take the mark and out of bounds again. There's no point having a scoreboard if you're going to stand in front of it, boy. Sit down.
Get Gilly onto him. What are you doing over there, Gilly?
Yeah, I'm going to have to give him a clip around the ears. Come on, mate.
So a boundary throw in right in the forward 50 for the Demons. Richter in the ruck up against McKenna. McKenna gets down. Campbell has it now. Swings around on the left shoe. And he's kicked the goal.
And look at the Hobart City Demons supporters. They're up and about with that. What a goal. Will Campbell has been the difference in this last 5 minutes, boys. He's been super.
Let's see who goes on ball here for Burnie in this centre bounce, because this centre bounce will tell the tale for the game. Whoever wins this centre bounce wins the game.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Aaron Cornelius. Very insightful stuff from the champion Glenorchy coach. Whoever wins this bounce will win the game. Will Campbell doing it on one leg.
So we see Charlton and Matthews in there for experienced players for Hobart City, and both again the Walter boys with their number one ruckman in Morrison, as Nick McKenna has now gone down back as a spare.
Well, here we go. How long left? We do not know, but we've gone 25 and a half minutes in this last quarter, and it's Hobart City by 3 points. What an exciting finish to this game. Here's Walters, wrapped up, ball inside 50 for the Dockers. Matthews collects though for the Demons. Tucks the footy under his arm, gets the handball away. Get it out of trouble, Hobart City Demons. And now they drive it forward again. Who's there? It's that man, Callendell, of course. And he's got the free kick, Callendell. So a big moment here for Hobart City. He won't rush. He'll take his time here, Callendell.
He could kick it from here.
Umpire's blowing time on though here, so he really must get back there, and he needs to put the ball on top of the goal square where Kane Richter's lurking.
Big moment in this match.
Goal barrel.
He's going to load up here, Callendell. His team's ahead by 3 points. The Roosters okay. It won't make the distance. It'll go to the square. Mark taken beautifully by the Demons. What a grab from Sam Caswell. And he could be the hero here and get his team the win with this kick.
Well, it was up against a young man there in Thomas Charles who really couldn't do much more. Just a cracking mark to Sam Caswell. And he'll go back and have a shot at goal to put him beyond doubt.
This would be for the win, you think. Sam Caswell lines up, kicks truly, and Hobart City move ahead by 9 points, 72 plays 63, and you would think that would almost be it, boys.
Yeah, I think so. And this will be the one for the Dockers that's got away, I reckon. Ace?
Yeah, look, I wouldn't say that. I think they've been fantastic today, Tubes. The Dockers obviously got themselves in front there. They've got 5 debutants. I think Hobart City have definitely let Burnie into the game, and now as we see that they're getting very vocal here in the crowd, they're very excited that Hobart City have got themselves in front. But just skill errors for mine today. It's been a very big day for skill errors for both teams.
Full credit to Hobart City Demons. They looked down and out there for a while, didn't they? To fight their way back and to be in front now by 9 points. Big tick for Kane Richter and his men. Here's Burnie, still with Walters, trying to get the handball out, but the game is definitely, the tide has turned, that's for sure.
As we see, Callendell, the only player for Hobart City. There's only 2 players now in front of the ball. Everyone's around the ball or in Burnie's 50.
Ball spills to ground. McKenna's in there, who's been a workhorse for his team today.
You've really got to hold your structure here, Burnie.
Can't be long left. 28 minutes gone. 72 plays 63. And there it is. Hobart City Demons win a thriller here at Queenborough. TSL's back here in Sandy Bay. They've got up by 9 points. They've fought very hard to get back in the lead. And they get their first win of the 2017 TSL season.
Yep, the Demons running out victors 9-12-72 to 9-9-63 against the Burnie Dockers. Goal kickers for the Demons. There was multiple goal kickers down there that had 2. Callendell, Will Campbell, who kicked that goal to put them in front. Jack Geeson, who had 2. Singles to Josh Williamson, Jaden Charlton, Sam Caswell and Bailey Walker. For the Dockers, it was Nick Walters with 3, and then singles to Rudy Barrett, Harry Walters, Jaden Cox, Geordie Dowling, Josh Murray and the captain, Nick McKenna. What a game, boys. I mean, it was tough to call. It wasn't the most pretty game we've ever seen, but it's always good to see a close game in the TSL.
Yeah, look, it wasn't, you're right, Tubes, very tough from a commentary point of view. Very scrappy affair, but gee, it got exciting that last quarter, Aaron Cornelius.
Yeah, it certainly did. The game got very close there. Burnie got themselves back into the competition with some strong tackling, a lot of physical play by their older players, and Hobart City had some skill errors. So, look, it was a great effort by Burnie to put themselves in a position to win the game, but well done to Hobart City.
Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more game here at Queenborough Oval, streaming live on Duff TV. It's the Old Scholars Association Hutchins versus University match for their senior sides. Boys, thanks so much for joining us. We are streaming live from KG5 this week as
Anzac
well, Bruno.
Day.
Anzac
Good luck,
Day.
Ace.
Yeah, see it live at KG5.
That's it. So we'll see you on the live stream. Thanks for tuning in, Bruno. Thanks very much. Ace, thanks for tuning in. My name's Tubes Taylor.
Damien Gill too,
Oh,
Tubes.
Damien Gill. Sorry,
Yeah,
Gilly.
thanks, mate. Thanks.
Sorry, Gilly, mate. You're a champion down there. You know I love you, mate.
Just burnt me.
Left, right, out.
There he is. Yeah, Duff's just pointing to him. Get your head up, Gilly. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. But stick around. Old Scholars action coming to you live on the Duff TV stream until Anzac Day for the Southern Cross Tasmanian State League. We'll see you next time.